I had a question come up on one of my videos, and rather than give an opinion on it, I'm just going to show what this thing does. And for people that are interested, I'm using a MOKOSE camera for this video, and I'm using a little USB MOKOSE camera for the overhead shot. The main camera that I'm using is HDMI or USB. I'm using it in HDMI mode right now. The question was, would this overhead camera be capable of zooming in without a lot of distortion at 50 centimeters, which I think is approximately 20 inches. I normally have this up at 24, 25 inches for what I'm doing. We're going to pull this down to 20 inches. This lens is manual zoom and manual focus. I'll have to fidget with it a little bit to get it zoomed in and focused. Okay, this is zoomed out right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom this in and then focus everything. I have to move it around a little bit. Let me get my keyboard scooched over. Just a smidge. I don't have that much lateral movement with the camera. So I don't know if this resolution is going to be high enough. But I don't personally see a lot of distortion on the edges of this. That's just my opinion. And if you have something that you need more light on, I'm going to throw some light on here, wash this completely out. You can go through and change the settings, or you can change the aperture on this, bring the aperture down, and, well, as far as you need. I mean, it'll cut completely off if you close it. But I think there's a lot of flexibility in what can be done with this, and it will focus from a closer distance also. I'll do that real quick. Okay, that's with the lens down at about 10 inches. Okay, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of extra light and close the aperture again. So I think there's a lot of flexibility in this, and the lens on this is adjustable. There's a little set screw in here, so you can actually change the focal length on the lens. I'll throw a picture from my iPhone up here to show the set screw, but you can loosen that set screw, then you can change the minimum and maximum distances that this thing will focus at. You know, for people wanting to use this as an overhead camera, I think it's pretty flexible. There's a lot of things if you're using a PC where you can go into the camera settings, change the exposure rate, contrast, things like that. But for an overhead camera, this is what I'm using for right now. And so for anybody that was wondering about this camera, I hope this answers a few more questions. If you have any more questions, throw them in the comments. I'll get to them as I can. Still working over 100 hours a week, so takes me a while sometimes to get to things, but I'll get to them as quick as I can. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm going to throw a couple other videos up here that you might be interested in. I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.